Hi everyone, welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. So I believe we've just spoken to
Yeah.
to do a third trial. So yeah, we've completed that. I say assume because it's been a little bit of a while. So yeah, so I've got talk to Poppy as my next quest, which she did leave abruptly last time.
Yeah, that was after we returned the dragon egg, so she wants to talk to us again.
She almost knew something. She knew was going to happen almost.
Well, because it's about the poachers, isn't it? Whether she then
almost like, oh, I should have noticed that, and then sort of ran off, sort of thing.
Yeah.
We've got to kick these poachers in the arse. Can't be having them running around and attacking these
I don't get
animals.
How there's so many of them, and they're not even that far from Hogwarts. I mean, even Hogwarts are taking interest in trying to protect the students, wouldn't they?
The Ministry is a bit pathetic, to be honest.
Oh, good, you're safe. There you are. You were in such a state when you left. The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Hauntel Hall and they got to her. What do you mean? Is she all right? She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
How can you say, but everything's fine?
I know.
I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that. I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger. What do you mean? The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
That was one of those questionnaire things, wasn't it?
Quiz things.
That they use a Snidget for, the Quidditch thing. Which, I think, well, if they use creatures, that shouldn't have been a thing really in a game, should it? In something like that. So I'm glad they changed that to the Snitch.
Yeah, but they only changed it suddenly when they thought that the Snidgets had been wiped out. Or,
exactly. So what makes you? It makes you think, how are they treating them in Quidditch?
Well, I don't even know what they are. They sort of bird-like.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers? They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
We got to save the Snidget.
We've got to kick them up the
It's a very strange name, Snidget.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget? It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a bit... Back then, people didn't really sort of understand...
Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of grabbing the poor thing.
Yeah.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden? Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
I mean, we can snatch them up and put them in my little pens.
Yeah, exactly. And breed them and sort of help with the population, basically.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets. Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now. We need allies, others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs, they'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
You actually go and manage to talk to one, person to person.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them.
Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Until she has a cunning plan. I'm not quite sure. Why does she need to meet you out there, though?
Secret rendezvous. To do something else.
Well, there's, yeah, the
Sneak into
Polyjuice
the
plot.
headmaster's office.
So this will actually be the first time we see a Polyjuice potion in at the act on the game.
That's if that is the... I mean, it might be called a Polyjuice plot, but whether you actually drink any is another matter.
Well, it might be that Professor Fig might be the one to take the Polyjuice potion, I presume. So he can look like Professor Headmaster Black.
Oh my god, look at all these...
Why is there so many?
Because I've been falling behind a bit. It's a bit hard to tell what's...
Well, didn't he have a specific one just outside his classroom or something?
That says charm. I didn't know. Right.
I don't think it was like right on top of it though. I think it might have been just slightly further away. It's very awkward sort of to try and read the map because it's you don't know what floor it's trying to point at.
I swear.
Good. I'm sure they likely hadn't heard the house called, that's all.
Close enough. Depends on if I've got
I
to
bet
go
you'll
somewhere.
run past the one that would have been there.
I was heading into...
Yeah, there's one right there. Behind you. There. I told you went to the wrong.
Oh, because it's pointing to Fig. Oh, yeah, speak to him. I thought it was sort of heading straight to the headmaster's office.
Oh no.
Oh, I've got there.
You can't do it.
What do we have here? A demiguise.
Would it be nighttime if I went?
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
That was just random.
Now here's a... Professor Fig,
That just came
the
up.
keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well, you'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
So, our character does drink it. That's a big potion.
That's a bit instant.
The ones in the film with like little vials. I mean, why would you have such a gigantic... Oh god.
I think people will be a bit...
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I
Yeah,
see.
we could say so.
But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
That's going to be a bit strange with your man's voice now.
Hang on a minute, you've got to strut yourself like a peacock. That's pretty much what he does, isn't it?
How long can I actually run around looking like him, do you think?
Sebastian!
How does he always seem to be everywhere you look?
Do you have a moment, Professor?
Oh no.
Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp, places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
So really?
I think the first one's probably a bit more than you would say.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
He's literally shouting it.
To determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
At least...
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
Random.
I haven't time for
Who's
any
there
of it.
again, look?
None. None at all. Move aside.
How's he there? Just up
He's
there.
everywhere.
See, I told you everywhere you look, he's there.
Oh,
If I
it's
had the
Weasley.
headmaster approaching.
Well, you could actually talk to him as the headmaster.
Gareth. Mr. Weasley, what are you doing here? Don't you have somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor. Yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him.
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
I think you're taking it a bit too much into the role, was it? Was it just to make it
There's
so...
one for my diary.
sound so convincing? But at least you can make him feel embarrassed with all his boils and everybody will know. Oh, there's a Christmas tree! You literally ran past it.
Oh, I can't use my speed. Can't do my...
Let's see if they're talking about going towards
You
the Grand
call that a
Hall.
shine on those boots? Do better.
If we're going towards the Grand Hall, there's another one. Does that mean that there's going to be a massive Christmas tree in there?
Headmaster, here.
Ominous.
Ominous!
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
Oh, at least we weren't too harsh on
I
him.
wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the Ministry.
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they are fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Maybe I should let him know. Why is it you couldn't sort of tell her to?
Yeah, why is it? As you've got the perfect opportunity to bring Quidditch back.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
Get him a bit of spot of bother.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along.
Secretaries? Since when do you have a secretary?
Where's it pointing to now?
Is it disappeared? Because I thought it was heading up there.
Gone. Little dots.
I can't imagine the Great Hall being this far away. But, I don't know. Somebody else to
It's
speak
not
to.
about anything I've been doing.
Presidia.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise.
Bloom.
It's blue, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
You've been seeing them near the library. That was ages ago.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That was like 2 seasons ago.
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Who's actually winning? Is that actually anything in...
I can't. Oh,
They're literally... They're just not the same.
Yeah.
Nobody's winning. Oh no.
Professor,
No.
I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
What's going on?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you
what
sure
happened
that's
there?
wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Well, I think that the other suit of armour went and bashed the other one about and it's in pieces.
And I don't miss it. Secret ministry matters.
I don't know what one you'd say.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness.
How's she know?
You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. but I am happy to look into...
Good. Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
Not a very good liar.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never understand that man.
Perhaps you should have said the other one.
That ought
that
to
might
give
have...
Professor Fig some breathing room.
The Christmas tree!
Several Christmas trees.
One giant one in the middle.
I've got to do a speech. Who's there? Huh? He's got a bandage, man.
Yeah, because he said he's got one here.
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
What would you say? Dare question? Changed my mind.
Thing is, if you end up being a bit too sort of light-hearted, does that make you a bit sort of, I don't know,
more suspicious?
You don't want to be sort of nasty either.
I know, but
thing is, he might not sort of. If you say I've changed my mind, he might not believe you. You know?
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
Oh, God.
Family's way, purity of blood. Or aren't the blacks related to the films?
It's strange.
Yeah, because they're like sort of purity and sort of Slytherins, aren't they?
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Oh, no.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
Oh, well, she did.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
How does it make you burp so much?
Okay.
Why does the polyjuice potion wears off?
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Or you just happen to have something there.
A room divider.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now, to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Surely you could have kept as being black when you actually got to the office.
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
So we've got a few other quests as well, wasn't there? But we're still on the main quest at the moment. So we've got Coffee and Natty to be able to speak to, isn't it? That's Hogsmeade.
Did I do them before I do the last?
I don't know.
Porch?
They're both outside of Hogwarts.
Not sure whether that last one would then spark another season change. How many
We'll do them then. Do Natty and Poppy and well, at least you do have a fast travel there, so which is handy.
We did Highwing for a while. I want to try and kick these poachers at the arse before I
We've got to make sure they are safe. They're coming in. Oh. What? The ankles? Oh, you do that while you're still sitting on it.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Depends on if they're trying to attack us.
Well, hopefully they'll understand, because I mean we've been around the centaurs anyway and taking care of the poachers, and they've been trying to protect the
Once we tell them about
creatures.
the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
Known for being don't know.
Well, you want the top there. I don't think it's very nice saying the bottom one.
You can be such an arse in this game.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
Here they come. Where's all the women centaurs anyway? Do they actually have any she-folk?
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
You would kill some
in peace.
kids.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care.
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
He's a piece of work, isn't he?
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be?
Why has he got a Geralt of Rivia haircut?
In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
It was annoyingly cryptic.
Isn't
There's
moonstone all
a
around us?
gem.
Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
I presume it has to be imbued with a certain type of moonlight.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran?
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave he mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Got another
So
waiting
we do more
game.
waiting.
Oh, it's nighttime. Can I go and get that? Dimmy, guys.
Big
If it stays nighttime, that is.
How many did you needed to get? 4 more, was it?
I don't know how many I've got. Oh, it says I've only got there's 10 in Hogwarts. Where was this?
There. Not go a million miles away and have to run there. I told you there was one outside the door.
Because I didn't realise it was going to Professor Fig. Is it still night?
It looks like night time. All the lights are on.
Mine now, demiguys.
I wish I could tell you how many you got.
Wait, was it part of the quest? Is it under the side quests in your?
Yeah, but it doesn't. Because it only counts how many you've given him.
Is it? You sure?
Yeah. It says I've given 5 to him. I've just picked one. I don't know if I've picked any others in the meantime.
So you don't really know then?
Unless there's anything in the collections bit.
That's just the main quest. That's just, I don't think there'll be anything in the collections, would there? No, you just got a couple of.
Carrying them around.
Yeah, probably.
I've got 3.
You got 3. So if you put one more, then maybe. If we know where one is, that is, because. Is there one in the bathrooms, or is that something else? I can't remember. There seems to be 8 more, so it's just so that we can unlock the second level of the lower moor, and then we can actually unlock tier 2 locks, then, can't we?
I can't remember whether there was one in the forbidden
library.
bit.
Yeah.
Where was the
Was it round the grounds?
Have a quick look. Because it takes ages to try and find them in the actual Hogwarts.
Well, I say at least if we do this bit, we can then get tier 2 locks, because you can come up quite a few of them, don't we? There's a couple of ghosts dancing randomly. They're auditioning for Strictly Come Dancing.
What was that?
Door, is it, or something? Very quiet in here. Yeah. So you should be able to go back to him then if you maybe select that quest temporarily and then. So those books jump.
Yeah, every time I look at them, they sort of stop moving.
activities over in the town.
High or low?
I don't know.
Or was it that? Isn't one near
That's where it gets so confusing. Suddenly, quite a lot of small Christmas trees around. How can he just stand in the same place all the time?
Does he actually do any work?
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, greetings! Any luck removing some more of those demiguise statues?
I actually have some moons for you.
Oh, my mind feels lighter already knowing those statues are gone. I did promise to show you how to improve casting Alohomora once you'd brought me enough moons. With that knowledge, you'll be able to break open even stronger locks. However, we don't yet know who's behind these statues. Still plenty of the foul things lying in wait to torture me. Oh. If you bring me more moons, I'll show you how to cast the most powerful form of Alohomora known to wizard kind. At least known to me. Keep looking for those moons, You'll save my sanity and we may get to the bottom of whoever's behind all of this.
What's we? You're just standing there.
So the next lot is 13 moons. Yeah.
That's gonna take a while.
But anyway, we only wanted to get to 2 of the lower more. For now. Yes, so you've got to go to Hogsmeade.
Sell some things while I'm there.
As long as you don't bump into Black and Fig, otherwise. How long is he going to keep him preoccupied, do you think?
As long as it takes. Spot removal.
Where's it leading?
It's not really pointing anywhere. Was it outside? Oh, it's outside of Hogs.
You've got the fast travel bit there.
Been back to the room of requirement to see how the
you were breeding
the vegetables.
Yeah.
Lots of Christmas trees. They've been a bit
They're
greedy.
Fairly similar, decorated though, aren't they?
Level 2. What's it like?
Hello, Hamora.
Why are they such massive locks?
Isn't that much harder?
We're just gonna go sneak. Oh,
just slamming my face.
Hope nobody's there. Exactly. You get all that for nothing. The only thing that's going to be good for is fetching a bit of gold.
Speaking of, how many
slots have you got?
Yeah. I'll continue. Oh, things.
6. You got 19 out of 28. 9 spaces then left available.
Shop nearby, I suppose we'll just sell them.
Hello there, come on in. Plenty to look at here.
Up 24/7 or what?
We're just selling you your junk. I know, you don't know how good that's supposed to be. So we... It's supposed to look like... I'm trying to see what it looks like. But... First year cap. We're not first years.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
It should have just been closer to the bridge. It has to be daytime anyway.
Are you ready to put an end to Hallow?
Depends on what you mean by an end.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Hallow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Presume they're going to be all scattered about, are they, in Hogsmeade, maybe?
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Hallow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Let's go and speak with them then.
Very well. I'll speak with them. See what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Hallow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them.
Maybe if we can take...
Hopefully by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Take Hallow out, or whether he can be taken in by the justice. Whichever way, it might.
You mean the ministry that like sitting on their laurels?
Yeah, it might weaken Rookwood a bit.
What are you running about for?
Suddenly a lot more people on the streets.
Is that in the building? Is it maybe? Upstairs?
Bit dark and smoggy.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Well, shouldn't you have known that they might have done that? To be honest.
She should have approached some sort of authority then and warned them.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No. I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
As long as he's not working.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
It's too late for that.
We do hope you will reconsider helping us with our banking needs. We've given you ample time to reach a decision on your own, but we are beginning to lose our patience. We know your husband would appreciate it if you were to see the value in our working together. Shall we expect a response by week's end? Best to keep this between us if you understand our meaning.
Well, it doesn't actually say incriminate them as such, because they've been very careful with their wording.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Pointing to the nearest
one. It's not that far away.
Motto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
But please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
That's not quite important.
Him, though? What is he actually gaining from it?
Yeah, exactly. It's just getting expensive items. That's not actually important to what he needs, is it?
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note that might help me to identify it should I come across it?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
He does seem a nice man. Try and tell him.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
You could have probably told him before you got secretly engaged.
How are you hiding the extortion?
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
To
he's covering by using his own money. That's not quite. That's not. Trying to do your job and you're being paid for it, and then you're spending it straight away on.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
Might not be proved to.
Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
I suppose it wouldn't be.
It wouldn't be very much proof to.
About Harlow.
Yeah, that's not. All he used that for was
blackmail. But what is he actually gaining to blackmail him other than stealing a few items?
I don't know exactly.
Doesn't make any sense.
About a lady friend. Who's the lady friend?
Or was that just a made up?
Albus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Is Miriam actually dead? I mean, you don't even know. Big try.
No. I'm answering again.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
You're a bit of a coward then.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
See, that seems to be like another wasted. I don't get that. It's gold plated. It's not. I wouldn't say gold plated is that valuable. It's not proper gold. It's plated.
Must be some sort of.
I would have thought that he would have been blackmailing people. I mean, other than the woman we just spoke to about, obviously the bank and everything. But all the other ones seem very not important, aren't they?
No. Unless there's some sort
of. You're going the nonsense way.
I'm going the way the dots are telling me.
You have to wear matching outfits.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
The thing is, she was following them, Ashwinders, and probably taking her captive now. Why is there so many people all getting the last minute blooming Christmas gifts?
Come this way.
So to go round, that's why.
Let's go around the.
Natty must be around here somewhere.
It's on the dock. Why is it pointing at the dock?
No.
Search area. She got something. It's a wand.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Revelio.
That puts her a big step ahead because she can cast without a wand. Yeah. They went through the back way of the... Wouldn't you question him then? But it's not going to do that.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Pardon? Can you buffle him up a bit? That's leading outside. Go around the side.
First thing I cast is potato.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
I don't.
Where's what underneath? What?
Really? You couldn't get any closer than that.
The prince led to this room. There must be another way forward.
A bit foggy.
Revelio.
I want a pint of your loudest ale. I don't know.
A hidden door.
That's why.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
You got two optional ones, which is the love letter and the
Revelio.
You might need to sneak around then, maybe. Scottish jumper.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Start smacking some peeps around.
Yeah. What's all this wibbling? Look. Executioner. We're not a normal student.
Quite a lot of them.
And there's one looking towards this way.
What with all I've done there?
That's an assassin, isn't it? He's looking this way.
See it again.
Who's that? Yeah.
What's up the information?
What's this shit? What's that? I thought somebody was shaking a salt shaker or something.
Oh, she's a...
Wendling's out.
She's a bit overpowering.
Yeah, she's 31. And you're 28, isn't it? Level?
How come I always draw the...
It's exhausting.
Well, you can draw them to another, can't you? Can you draw her?
Fight his own battles.
Where?
I've read it wrong.
Yeah.
I don't trust Ranrock, I'll tell you that. He'll turn on us first chance he gets.
I've heard centaurs quieter than you.
Hey.
Stocked after hours.
Oops.
Oh, how did he...
What?
Expulso.
That did it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, ouch. That got rid of her quick. Yeah. Use the mandrake against an enemy and blow up the red bow that was once an enemy. So you've got to transfigure somebody into a fowl.
Had enough? What did you hear?
You can swap your spells to one. Oh. You just use another one.
Yeah.
That's just the
You
beginning.
need to transform somebody.
I'm trying to remember which one it was.
There. Use it. Yeah, that's it. That just says blow up a red bow that was once an enemy. So you turn one in them and then
just
blow
hit
it
them.
up. You need to use it again.
Swindle some peaks down a bit, I think.
on electricity.
No. Oh, so attack it. There we go. Huh? What? It says blow up, not. You got to blow it up with a fire spell?
I thought that was the same thing.
No.
It kills so many people.
So you need to get that spell out again.
Oh, really? How?
He's too strong now, isn't he? You can't do it. Too late now, anyway. Not the only spell they use. That's what you needed to use, I think. He's just stuck there. You can use an ancient magic on him if you need to, on the one that's got more health. That one. It takes quite a bit of health out there. Yeah, it doesn't seem to work because they're too strong.
Why? Should be able to work on anyone.
Perhaps it's got to work on someone that's in your level range, maybe then?
Barely felt anything at all.
Stop pressing the same spell. Got a little blowy orb up there. You
get stuck with.
Oh, what the?
Still alive.
Oh. He's stuck in the wall. Can you Accio him? You Accio him?
Target on him.
Hardly felt.
There we go. They just dangle at the wall.
Okay, I can get that challenge done. You had so many unidentified items.
Junk in
You mean the stuff that they've stolen from people, probably?
You broke something.
Oh, Isabel Silbert. You are. Is this? Oh, this is the
poetry.
But why is it just a page though?
Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Silbert.
The chest.
He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio.
I'm not surprised. It's basically a giant cellar, but you've got the letter to find, which quite might be a bit harder to see. That Wiggenwell potion there.
Is that what he dropped?
Yeah, I think
he's
so.
dangled. Can't get to it.
Because you stuck him in the wall.
Oh, he's stuck him in. Ah, what's that sheep in there? Really?
A lot of money there. Still some chests. Why does it look so dark?
Lumos.
That was a Persian. Really? Crappy gloves.
Revelio.
Where's this? Just going to the other side.
God. Oh, man.
Pigeon, you're loud right now.
Where I started off with, but it's not.
So it is a... I know we've still got to find Natty. Just making sure that we're not missing anything, like the letter and something on the floor down there. Small chest.
Nothing through there yet. Hey, was clap about.
Oh, here it is. Ah, we found it. Should we be sitting there reading it? It is not
a love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Fire. Can you put? Well, but you can't actually do it anything yet. What do you need?
One, really? There was a pile there.
Yeah.
Revelio.
And we've got left to do.
What continues that way? Or was it upstairs? Is that the way it came from?
I think so. Yeah, that looks familiar. Be away that
what
way.
am I missing?
Natty must be here somewhere.
There's more than one student.
No. Oh, it's Isco.
Oh my god. Why can't I just have one pile? Oh, it's a desk.
Oh, level.
That's an invisible chest.
Good enough.
Mage wand. That you can give that to him.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about
Why
you.
does he look so young?
Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
We've already done that.
I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
That's it, because he's a specialist in breaking
curse
curses, wasn't he? Could he help us with Sebastian's sister?
I don't know.
We need your help.
Silent.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Don't tell me there's going to
be
be
an ambush.
A load of them lying in wait.
Get some venomous tentacle in case.
Yeah, you go down there, and there were some stairs, wasn't there? Looked like some funny sort of barrier right though.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Hallow once and for all.
I thought I was going to get ambushed.
Not when she says
attack in Hogsmeade.
That'd be a bit brazen even for them.
She's standing there.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
But you're not doing anything.
Yeah,
exactly. You've not done anything.
Yeah, you've just been standing there on your laurels.
You've not even done anything against
the poachers.
The poachers. You've stood there and tickled them. That's what you've done. You've tickled them.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Doing all that has actually done anything? Made any difference?
I don't know. You've got quite a few unidentified things. Rubbish.
Got 3 unidentified hats. I could do with go and do looking into some new traits.
If that adds 10 though, but can you upgrade that one though, the blazer one? And then that might be worth a bit more, do you think? Mind you, you don't know what the Soem one is like. I don't know what it even looks like because you can't see it.
Still got the main bit.
Main quest to do now, because the other ones are just
side,
minor side missions. Yeah.
Might take a million years to get through that.
It's just going straight to the headmaster's office, isn't it?
Actually go through there without looking like black again.
I presume so. I mean, that's obviously worn off at that particular moment for a reason. Is it in the tower? Is that the trophy room?
I don't think I've actually been any further than that.
Why is it such a black screen for a long time? And then a picture comes. And then it loads.
Why do they armour hate each other so much?
Know. Oh, there's a page there.
Revelio.
Oh, it did in here.
I actually missed this.
What's that?
Oh, it's a Try a Wizard Cup.
Right.
Just make sure there's nothing else. I just saw that there's something else on the side. Where was that coming from? Or was that
on the other
above?
side of the room?
Pick up. Award for excellence.
I thought I'd been up here.
Clearly not.
So,
or is it?
Revelio.
What about that troll armor then? Or that armor? Ah, what's that? Oh, is that another one? Oh, Centaur armor. Is it that was another one jingling, was it? Fell away. I thought you did this, but just check. Yeah, done that then. So how have you missed all these other ones? What's that?
Revelio.
Little midget one.
Is that house elf? Yeah, house elf. I'll serve you my tea in the creepy armour.
Take it, this one's locked. That's why I couldn't get in here.
It's like a room off. Is that hidden or? It is.
1851.
This morning's crystal gazing was most discouraging. I was initially thrilled to see the Ministry of Magic in my future. The atrium appeared to me clear as day. I've always dreamed of working there. However, as the atrium dissolved into a sea of brooms, endless rows of them, my elation turned to despair. Am I destined for a future in broom regulatory control? The tedium would rival the song of whooper for my sanity. For now, I must accept that I'm simply not naturally inclined towards divination, although perhaps I have some subtle skill in that I can sense that. Likely so. Who wrote that?
I don't, unless...
There's a giant chest behind.
Oh,
another one to add to the list of unidentified items. I think it's such a long, curvy corridor.
Oh.
Damn it, there's the level 3.
Revelio.
That was a level 2.
Alohomora.
Actually seem any more difficult than the first one.
No, it's just basically...
Revelio.
It's just unlock the fact that you can unlock the next set, isn't it? This is basically his living quarters. Oh god. Professor Hecat. As discussed, I have corresponded with my goblin acquaintances at Gringotts. All have condemned Ramrock's actions, and some have privately considered that his motives may not be what they seem. From what I've heard of his treatment towards others of his own kind, those who refuse to join his ranks, I am inclined to agree with our friends at the bank. I will let you know what more I hear. Suffice to say that for now we must remain vigilant. Respectfully, Aesop Shop. His name's Aesop.
So they know about it. But
well, I think everybody knows about Ramrock, don't they?
Yeah, but it's
in the news.
Headmaster.
He's only twinkling in this.
Revelio.
Seem to believe it. A long way to go to get to office. It's one of those things in there.
Just like another staircase. I don't know. What's that about?
Revelio.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Lumos.
Gargoyle was a phoenix, wasn't it? Is that down the stairs?
Run down there again.
Just went past the door.
I've got to go all the way down the bottom. Make myself go all dizzy.
Is that a padlock?
What did it look like again?
It was like a... Unless it was these set of staircase.
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. Yeah. We have come so far. Yes. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Hallow.
Already? We're in the middle of something, Natter. Oh, stop rattling your silly padlock.
Stop teasing me. Whisper.
Toujours pure.
That's where it is. That doesn't look very much like a phoenix. Or did the gargoyle change? Did it get changed or something? It might have. I suppose it might have only changed to
I
phoenix
wonder if
because
all the elite wizarding families have a motto.
Dumbledore
family was sort of phoenix, wasn't it?
Yeah. We've almost got little runes off. That's an invisible lock, is it?
Mora.
Or was it on the other side?
Oh, we were just, it's a little balcony.
What do you need to lock that?
Oh, it still goes up. Oh god.
Quick music. Oh, really?
So a level 2 leads to a level 3.
Damn you.
Oh, you can't deny that view out there.
Another one.
Any other
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
Wondering why her portrait is in the headmaster's office and not the other.
I don't know.
One. Wasn't he the headmaster?
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time?
Apothecary.
Cure for boils. We know your secret. Nope.
And it'll be there's another letter there. Embarrassed for all time.
Hair
Hair
tonic,
tonic, moustache scratch.
Back scratcher.
Bundy mum pomade. Home pearl handle.
Go back scratcher. Paid in very small
Doxyside. That's the
That must be the pedestal.
For some reason I can't even think of it. So you're not supposed to read it then, you're just supposed to go in it.
Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald, can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Leave. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
You have to wait for her to talk. Can you use spells or not?
I've got spells there.
It just says without being seen. But they're not being marked as enemies though.
They're probably not the people I'm supposed to hide from. No.
Apart from death. The Glim Reaper.
Oh, a bit random.
What? Oh, God, now you got to...
Oh, now you do.
Oh, she automatically goes in it. Get to that door. Go quick. Really?
I'm getting the door.
Yeah, have to go cover to cover.
They're all turned away at the moment.
Right.
This is a bit different.
This is very, this is very
Sketch
surprising,
world.
isn't it?
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
They were like skulls. Why do they look like something out of one of the older Doom games?
They're gone. For now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be?
In this one. Wait there.
Why though? It's gonna move.
Staring at it. Can't even use my wand.
How are you supposed to get past him though?
I think there wasn't another way around. She said something.
Go
Go
over
use the tools.
You jump on the roof. Yeah. It's literally leading you round there. The fact that you can't just climb over that wall is a bit of a job. You're not quite. Not unless he moves if you get behind the cover, but
I need to time this just right.
you literally. He's moving away now. Does it mean now? Keep going. Don't just stand there because he's.
I see. A staircase straight ahead.
Behind him. Because they won't notice the ripples in the splash. Oh,
death.
Does that mean all the other bonds are Reapers? Are we in purgatory right now? They're just literally sort of sitting around hiding, aren't they?
A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
Move or not? No. Just start Mongol.
This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve.
God, look how many there are. Jesus.
Behind the wall.
Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can.
You've got to get behind that side, maybe? Go.
A bit quicker.
That's where I need to go. But I need to find a way past them.
What do you think?
Why is there so many of them? Go. They're just hovering over the dead bodies. I mean, seriously. They look like they've been there a while, though.
A bit quicker.
Nothing this way, but more danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way.
That was close.
That doorway looks like the only safe way forward.
Funny way to find a boat.
Right at the end. Go. Possibly.
Well, that is a big one.
Now's my chance.
Bit strange.
Yeah. Well, I hope this is the end bit.
That's the way forward.
She's out of her hiding, so maybe you have to go. You have to interact with the book, is it? It's Cloak. Is that the invisible cloak? That is!
Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
Is that what these characters like, aren't they?
Definitely Hallows.
Yeah.
I take it they can't. Is this supposed to be better than the spell is?
I think so, because it's pure invisible, isn't
Can
it?
actually just go past them.
Yeah.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them.
We don't want to get closer to them.
This is the way forward. Finally free. Now, where are you, Neve?
What's all that about? Some randomness.
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
That's the Elder Wand.
This is literally all to do with the Deathly Hallows. So you've got the cloak, you've got the wand. Cloak was like the triangle, was it? Then you got the wand, which is like, what was the circle?
I've never felt such power.
What, this one I've got
That was
like
the circle was the pebble, wasn't it? That can bring back the dead. Pebble, wasn't it?
Oh, the
when it says
Philosopher's
bring back,
Stone.
yeah, it was that was deciding in a snitch, wasn't it?
Right, then you got certain spells. I'm confused.
So this means that you have to do battle because you said about you can't hide any longer. Even though literally you've got the invisibility cloak. Complete the battle in 37 seconds.
37 seconds?
I don't know what the time was supposed to have been, but... Is it just giving you them spells?
Yeah.
You can also use your ancient magic, but I don't think you need to really. They're not hard enemies. Oh no. Potion.
I can't do mine. I thought I pressed it.
No, you didn't. Oh no. It took literally all the help you just dropped the potion. God.
Oh,
really?
That didn't follow me. Don't have my fast.
Oh, you can use your venomous tentacular by the looks of it.
Oh,
I'm not quite sure where you. Oh, you can't. But it's highlighted as if you. Oh. Ooh. Oh, God.
Oh, so it's down.
You got nibbled.
Oh. Oh. Hit him.
Be the last one, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I said something about doing a Mongol with the pulsar or something.
I don't concentrate on
that.
No.
Let's do there then.
Revelio.
Probably nothing then.
Potion or
Pulse 2 of them. Oh, you replenish your stocks, you're back to where you were. Somebody shouting, wasn't it? Or scream.
You can tell it's going to be a big
courtyard.
Yep.
Oh god, you got to battle that thing? You ain't got health. Oh, the troll. You've got ancient magic you can use if you need to.
Oh!
Probably use it on the troll. Okay. There we go. Move, move. God. You can't see properly with all the black following. Might need to take. Do they keep coming back now, or is it? Move. I don't know whether they keep coming back or not. Oh, that did quite a lot of damage. Oh. He's trying to hit you with no. I think they keep coming back.
Why am I not
He's
doing
got
more damage?
His the club's disappeared somewhere. I don't know where it's gone. Oh, you finish him, so maybe it's just down to 10 now. Oh, really? Oh. Complete the battle in time. You've got 13 minutes. Perform a dueling combo. 30. No! Or your ancient magic if you need to again. Oh! You literally go through quite a lot of potions just for this lot. Oh, you have to keep your combo up because it keeps starting again. Oh, and you nearly got your combo. Oh, go. 2 more. There, we're done. Done that one. You've got 12 minutes to complete the battle. Why is it so long?
I don't know. There's so many of them.
Stay on. Oh. Got 6. You're certainly going through them quite a lot. Just to finish him off. Oh, hopefully they're not going to send another one. Oh, 11.5 minutes.
Oh no. There's another. Oh, really? 2?
You've got another. Oh, you've got 6.5 minutes to complete this one.
Oh.
And still do a combo. 30 combos without being hit, obviously.
Is this what this is all about? I'm going through my spells like no one's.
Have you got to? No, you've got to defeat these enemies, haven't you?
Yeah.
Because you can't.
Oh. Don't move. I tried to dodge. Really?
Oh, you got Mongols now.
I don't control that you got in the way. Really?
You got 11 potions left. This is supposed to be a powerful wand. You've only got about 4 spells you can use.
Oh. It takes so long to do the trolls.
Oh, yeah.
I lost my damn combo now.
Yeah. Because you've got to do it without being hit. Oh.
How about not doing it? Oh, God.
You've got 9 potions left. There's so many of them.
Yeah. Get out of my face. Oh.
I'm sorry, but you were technically out of the reach.
Yeah.
Potion. These blooming small enemies are getting them away.
I'm not going to do this one. I'm getting hit too many times. Actually, please see my potions.
Stop selling these smaller things. You've got ancient magic if you need to use it. You have got another one as well. Just to finish the blooming thing off. You've gone through so many potions. I know. Oh my god. Oh, you're 3 away from a combo as well.
I don't think that matters. I don't care. Oh god, you wasted all these potions.
Well, unless that doesn't count when you come out the book. I mean, I don't know.
Do any learn about that the word before?
I don't know, because that didn't highlight, did it, when you used Revelio?
Jeez.
Surely that should have been more powerful forms of the spells if it was the powerful one. The next one's going to be a little pebble.
A simple stone. This must be for me.
Last Deathly Hallow.
Look like a triangle.
I don't remember it being a triangle.
It's got a symbol on it.
It was a pebble because it was in the snit, wasn't it?
I think that was only like part of it, but the Philosopher's Stone was the first one. It was quite a big crystal.
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
I can't believe she's dead.
Dear sweet Neve. Dead.
Neve! Why? We won't be the same without her.
Death, take a hike. Is that her on there?
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
We're going to the pensieve. That was the word I was trying to remember.
But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should.
All this to
Remember
get to the
that
pensieve.
as you witness my memory,
very strange way of getting to it. Did not expect it to be all like this. Some sketchbook.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands,
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
Yeah, but
what are you doing?
What the heck? She absorbs it.
Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora.
Break
This
her
must
wand.
stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
You're heading down the dark side.
she's the reason why there's big stores of ancient magic that the goblins are looking for, basically.
That's probably how the goblins obviously know about it. Because she's told them.
Blurbing about it. Somehow I knew, I had a little itch in my mind that she was going to sort of start doing that sort of thing.
Oh, you have actually lost. You've got about 6 potions in the whole world. You have really lost all
I've
that.
got to brew a lot more.
I think they're quite easy, but that does about 1 potion every time.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young. I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
Disturbing.
I would say fascinating.
No.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizard kind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
They have been confirmed.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was, and she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragbor.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
Fire whiskey? That sounds interesting.
Not butterbeer then.
Yeah, I think it's a tad stronger than butterbeer. So, I believe, obviously, we've got one more trial to do now, but we have to wait. As usual. But this has actually been quite a long episode so
yeah,
far.
Nearly. It was a bit longer than I expected, but we finally got there. Yeah, that last trial was a bit of a odd one. So it goes through a book, looked like someone's art book would go through.
But that was quite... That was really actually disturbing that Isadora is starting to pull painful memories and emotions from people.
It might not even just be painful memories.
Yeah, but the thing is, and she's absorbing it as power, and the thing is, pain make up people. It's part of them. It's part of learning. You've got to get past all the pain and everything.
What makes you you?
Well, exactly. You can't just take pain away as, as nice as that would, would be. But that's not how it works, and it shouldn't do. I mean, removing it could actually cause more harm than good. I don't know. What she's doing, she's gone over the line and really, really silly. But hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this episode. And obviously we've got to go to the room of requirement at some point and unlock all those unidentified clothing.
But traits as well, because I've been a bit behind on that.
Yeah. But please give us a cheeky thumbs up and let us know what you think in the comments below. And hopefully we'll see you in the next video, guys. So until then, bye.